Still you'll catch your time.
Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. OnPassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in the dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ash's empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having an amazing, fabulous Friyay. Happy Friyay to my sayers of nay. And today we're having a mini Friyay, if you will. Kind of. But there was one segment that I had to keep in, and we will start off with that one. Don't you worry. And no, it's not the meme review, believe it or not. Violet is here. Is this our new direction? It is. Maybe it is. And Jelly is here. Good to see you. Happy Friday. And Joe says, greetings, everyone. I think I'm just going to listen today. I hope that you get a good rest, Joe. Go rest, you know. Go lay on the couch with some headphones in and just soak it in. Hello, Nani. Good to see you. Although I don't know if I'd listen to me while resting. Just saying. Hello. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. So we're going to go through some things today. And I may have lied to you guys the other day. Feel kind of bad about it, you know. I was like, don't watch that last video of Chris Johnson's because it's kind of boring. And because I had skipped through it. But then the other day, it ended up like playing for me because I was listening to a playlist. And it ended up popping on at the end. I forgot I had tried to save it and thrown it in there. And I got like a little bit into it. And I was like, oh, wait, I didn't catch this. Maybe we do need to watch it. So we will be watching that today. There are some things I would like to say. Someone that is also hard of hearing, I'd like to watch that. We're also going to be watching some Red Redford and some good old Andy, Jeanne, and Collins. It'll be great fun, great fun. But before we get into all of that, let's get a segment out of the way. How about we listen to some crazy, I don't even know what to call this anymore. Some crazy reign of terrors. Woo! Yes, we need to go through a Tanya post because she won't stop. She can't stop, and she won't stop. she will yell at you for not using capitals. Okay, so as you guys know, they have a new group now, and it is called Success with Ash Mufara, which is something that has never existed until this group was made. And Tanya is, of course, moderating this group. Although, like, she doesn't have the badge. I don't know if they're just not doing that here. I think that thing beside her name might be the moderator badge. Might not be. I'm not Facebook savvy as much as I once was, like 10 years ago. But she is still moderating, whether she has the wrench next to her name or not in this group. She had something that she had to say to everybody the end of the month here, August. She says,
Folks, well, we are trying to build a certain culture of posting in this group, aligned to the purpose of this group. We need your collaboration. We are already very selective in approving posts. And the more we get closer to some really business-related news, the more selective we will be. The posts submitted are very often repetitive. The same content and just different backgrounds, or the same graphics, or just copy-pasted posts.
I feel like we've already read this 10 times, Tanya.
We decline a lot of posts, but what we want you to understand is posting every day, multiple posts here, is not something you need to do. And that is one thing where you can help us.
They're like, stop posting. It's kind of funny. They're like, do not post anymore. You are posting about the business opportunity too much.
Please submit your own posts, not copy-pasted phrases.
And I'm like, well, that's going to be kind of hard because I believe that half the company is bots, you know? Hello there, good to see you. So they might just all say the same things. There'll be a lot of in it to win it with prayer hands, you know?
And follow Johnny Linva's slogan. Scroll. Please check out what is already posted. Think. After you read the group, think what you would like to say. Share. Be mindful about what you are you sharing.
Sorry, I almost read that wrong because it made no sense. What are you sharing? No, like, what are you sharing? There is nothing to share right now. It doesn't exist. The company is, again, it's in a standstill. They like it when I say this. By this point, I'm convinced she really sounds like this. Folks, that's right. Folks. She always has to start with folks. You know?
We have a lot of people whose native language is not English. There are a lot of posts written in a way that makes it hard to understand the post, so we decline them.
Kind of rude.
Please, try to find some help to write your post. Google Translate might not be the best option, but it can help.
They go into countries where the first language is not English. It's usually not even the second language there. And then they're like, how come nobody speaks English? How come not all of the people in our company speak English? It's so crazy. They don't just speak English as a first language everywhere. Why not? And it's like, well, no.
Remember, we need a new narrative.
Yeah, narrative. Keyword.
And many posts are declined because of those old phrases or logos.
So you can't use the logo anymore or any of the old phrases. All right, so all the times you're putting in it to win it, it's going to get it deleted. And you don't want your posts deleted. You want people to see your posts. You know, how are you supposed to help everyone hype up OnPassive in the group full of people who are in OnPassive?
The month of September starts tomorrow. And yes, we have some hints that it will be an important month for all of us.
Hasn't it always been? I seem to remember every single September being when they were going to launch. I mean, it is when the O Connect came out after they got sued by the SEC, but other than that, nothing has happened in September. That is it.
But please, let's avoid any hype statements about what is coming. Be excited, but try to be reasonably excited.
And I'm like, can you tell Jeanne to leave with that? Susie, do you get this message? All right, Tanya says, calm the fuck down.
No hype, Ash said. Wishing you a happy month ahead. Thank you for your collaboration.
That's what it's called. And then she posted it up with team.
Together, everyone achieves more.
And I'm like, that it sounds like a PSA on PBS, which I love them, where it's like, listen, before you share, make sure that you read and think about what you're about to share. Media literacy is important, kids. But then there's this team. And it just didn't really go with it. I was expecting her to put, like something about media literacy there. Like, think before you post or something. But sure, I guess teamwork, since that's all they are, All they are is a damn team. And that is it for Tanya's posts. And for some reason, my thing is messing up. Oh no, don't mess up on me now. Don't do that. That's not very good of you. That didn't go as planned. StreamYard, why did you change everything? You're fucking all of your content creators over. I'm literally not even going to use you anymore. You're losing us. You're losing us, StreamYard. Lord. They've made it so impossible now. Keeps messing up because I feel like they added too much stuff in the last few months. And now it's like there's a lag. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. Hello, Alps. Good to see you. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. Happy Friyay. Happy Friyay, everybody. All right, well, let's just get into this Chris video before we continue on. Don't worry, I got some more slides we're going to get into because these people are starting to freak me the fuck out, okay? I'm just going to say it. But before we go and have some laughs and, get all freaked out and whatnot, Chris Johnson met up with a member of the deaf community, which is the community I'm slowly joining. If you didn't know, I'm pretty hard of hearing myself. And it gets worse every year. Woo, go me. Don't make fun of people with disabilities. We're the only minority group that you can join at any moment, okay? One accident and you're one of us. So just keep that in mind at all times. But the way that this went down was very triggering for me. Hello, Angel. Good to see you. Why does it sound slightly scary when Tanya says, I know, when she says collaboration? I'm like, that's not anything I want to be a part of. Count me out of that collab. Thank you. But yeah, this is just interesting. I have faith in my audience that I won't have to point out too much as to why this is interesting. We'll see how it goes. I have sped it up a little bit.
Oh, I think we're on. Hey. Hold on, I got to do my drink. I'm thirsty.
Oh, Lord.
as you can see, this is Hugo Hernandez. He is from the deaf community. He's seen my post and said, Chris, I have to come see you. And then he brought me gifts, which he didn't have to. He bought me this really cool alarm clock, which I need. And he got me a Wi-Fi smart ring camera. You don't have to give me gifts, but thank you for it. Very nice. So we are in Arkansas. His friend Becky brought him over here, and she doesn't want to be on camera, but that's okay. But her name is...
I'm sure Becky does not want to be on camera. She's like, I don't want to be seen with you guys in this scam. Man, the SEC go after them. I'm good. I'll just stay out of the RV while you guys record this. You know, Tanya, you take that back. Please don't tell people to think. Right?
Becky. She's the neighbor of Hugo, and he's talking away. Neither of us, this is the funny thing, neither one of us know what we're saying. He doesn't know what I'm saying. I don't know what he's saying. So
the funny thing is that actually a lot of people who are deaf know how to read lips. Not everybody who is deaf needs to have somebody, an interpreter, at all times. I'm just saying. It's just Chris doesn't know that, I guess.
He said, Chris, you're the sexiest guy I've ever seen. I just wanted to let you know I'm in Arkansas. Let's see. Curtis Davis wanted me to come see him. There was another person, and this guy says, I'm coming to see you. He said, I'm sexy again. I can't figure it out. So, to the deaf.
Actually, he is translating what you're saying for the deaf community. He's basically telling them what you just said. You know, even though according to you, he has no clue what you're saying.
Deaf community, we love you. I'm glad that he had the courage to come out here in the dark, because it is dark, and he's still talking. I think he's trying to interpret me, but he doesn't really know what I'm saying. So yeah. Oh, typing. He wants me to type. Hold on. This is even crazier than I thought. Tell them how excited you are. I asked him, tell him how excited you are. And he's reading that to the deaf community. So this is an honor for me, because to me, I don't get a chance to bring out a lot of...
You literally could have asked him to say anything. You said, how excited are you?
The deaf community, because of we don't have a lot of interpreters anymore, and it's a little hard to do. So I'm just going to let him talk away, and it's kind of fun. But I have to say,
why do you not have many interpreters anymore? What's going on? I thought your company was fine and well. 90% of people are willing to stay indefinitely until this launches. What's going on, Chris? But the way that Chris treats people is interesting.
He's the first guy from the deaf community. We have Judy. Oh my God, Leonora. All these people. See, Iswar. Hey, how you say hey, hey, hey? This way, hey, 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 hey. But this is quite an honor. All he said is Chris.
I love
Chris.
Okay.
I just want a picture with you. I said, oh no, we're gonna do a live, Mr. Hugo. We're gonna do a live. And I want to let everyone know that everyone in this world can do this. Hugo is deaf from birth. Is he been deaf from birth? From birth. No hearing, nothing, no talking. And guess what? He's going to become very successful. And I want to let the entire... I do understand there's different sign languages, which we found out in earlier days. So I want you to understand that anyone could do this. It doesn't matter if you're deaf, if you could...
He's Hugo Hernandez. He's a member of the deaf community. He's their token disabled person.
Talk, if you could scream, sing, dance, anyone could do this. And you can see the excitement in his face. He's very, very excited. So, and I want to thank him for driving.
Your fucking cartoon character.
How long did you drive here? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
20 minutes. They stopped at the Love's gas station where I filled up, but there was no room in the inn. How does that sound? So I came over here and just sent him one thing and they found it. Becky had to drive around a little bit, but she figured it out. So it's a lot of fun. Look at that. You go, there's 123 people watching you. So I am heading for Texas tomorrow. I've got about 406 more miles to go. I'm going to go a little slower tomorrow, take it a little easy. I wasn't supposed to show up till Thursday, but I was telling Marcianne that when I get there, I kind of want a couple hours where I could clean up, take a shower. This poor guy come over and I look like a disaster right now, but it's okay. It's not what I look like. It's what I say. And what I'm telling all of you is you better be excited as this guy right here. You see, he's waving all his friends. Who is this one? Aquila? Oh, you know?
So
he
does
knows many of
child,
you, obviously, because he's waving at y'all. Hi, Lori Lund, Kusher, Deva. No, I can't see Deva. There's Judy. There's Judy. Judy? Yeah, Judy. James Hawkins, how you doing? He sees you, Judy. Thank you, Judy, for helping. And I don't have CC because I can't figure it out yet. So I got the real deal here. As much as he doesn't know what I'm saying, I think he's saying quite a bit. So get excited. Ask before. Let me tell you right now.
I want to melt. Can I just melt and then like be a puddle on the floor and then leave? So this makes me feel like I'm just like, oh my God. Oh. And being somebody that's been disabled my entire life, it's extremely annoying when people find out about your disabilities and then they start talking to you like you're a child or like you're some kind of special person with like I don't even know. It's just very fucking annoying. It's very triggering to me to watch this because of the way that Chris is infantilizing this person. People do that to me constantly and always have. And it's extremely annoying. Very annoying. Don't like seeing it. Chris is such a strange man. You can tell his ego went through the roof after he got Marty and Robin kicked out. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's a little bit nuts. And Alb said he's going to become successful at what? Sitting around waiting for anything to happen? I know. What are we doing?
He texts me or calls me every day to make sure I'm doing okay. I absolutely love that. He said everything is going fine. He's very, very excited. We don't really talk about the business. He just wants to know, Chris, I want to know you're being safe, and I am being safe. Beautiful drive all the way over to meet. This guy just made my whole day. And wow. Curtis Davis and whoever else is in Arkansas, when I come back, I'm going to come back the same way, and I'm going to hit y'all up. Maybe we can meet in one place.
Yeah, but Chris is really stupid, and I feel like he does this to just about everyone because he thinks everyone is as stupid as he is. Mm-hmm. Seriously, though, can Chris see out of his eyes safely enough to drive? Not sure if there's a filter on, but we can't see his eyes. Supposed to be wearing glasses now, like at all times, especially when driving and reading, but he never does. I hope he's wearing them while driving. But it's okay, guys, because he set up the RV now so that now not only do you have to worry about Chris driving around without his glasses on, now he's also going to be live streaming himself driving around, probably not wearing his glasses. Extra safe. I'm being facetious. Apparently I have to explain that to people.
A little easier because most of you say, Chris, I live like this guy. Hey, Chris, I love here.
Like every time I'm sarcastic, I have to say, I'm being sarcastic. And then if I do a joke, I'm going to have to say, guys, that was a joke. Or something. I don't know.
Come and say, I don't know where here is anymore. Oh, he's typing.
Arkansas.
Are you going to? Yes, tomorrow. He just said, I'm going to Texas. See, I'm learning. But you guys stay excited. I don't know what's going on this week, but it doesn't matter to me because I'm excited. I get to meet people like this gentleman, this young lady who doesn't want to be on camera. And I don't force.
That's the thing, Chris, is that you get to go around and meet people and stuff. Like, what about the people that can't do the things that you're doing that are made to wait? You don't think about that. And that's most of the people that are in this thing, by the way.
Anyone be on camera. You could say hi though. That's Becky. That's her name. And I love these people. So keep being excited. I'm telling you, I've never heard Ash so excited in my life. His voice is pumped up. He's crazy. I have no idea if he's doing anything this week because I haven't really paid attention. I've been busy driving, and it's fun.
Remember, Tanya said no hype, guys. No hype.
There are some things going on that, again, I don't want to touch it too much. People posting out the wrong things again, and everyone's asking me, is this correct? And I'm going to say this. If Ash didn't say it, don't post it, please. Uh-oh, he's texting me again. Hold on. How are you feeling in Arkansas? Oh, beautiful weather here. Hot. Ooh, hot. I'm sweating. Sweat. Woo, woo. I'm sweating. But today was 90. It's hot. Sweating. Yeah, 90 degrees today. Tonight is supposed to go down to 66, but tomorrow again, 90 degrees tomorrow. And then it's going to be, I think, a little cooler toward Thursday, maybe a little rain.
That is the weather
I did get some rain here because I got wet a little bit, but not much today. But I just want to tell you all, we love you. To the deaf community, how do we do that? Deaf community, right? We love you. Share this out to all the deaf community out there. We want you to see that I want to get everyone on here if I can. I don't care what your situation is. As you can see, I can't even communicate with Hugo, but we do through typing. He said, how are you feeling in Arkansas? And I'm glad I meet you and nice to see you. Absolutely. A pleasure is all mine. he's saying I'm sexy again. I don't know why he keeps saying that. I tell him, wait, Hugo, hold on. I'm telling them, watch. I'm telling them you think I'm sexy every time.
He's like, no, I don't.
See, I can have fun no matter what. This guy's does he have children? No children? Okay. He's single?
I think so.
He's single, ladies. No ring. Single. You know me, I try to match and mingle with the single over here.
Yeah, you maybe should stop doing that, Chris. Maybe stop doing that so much. It's not a dating pool for you. Right? Ugh.
It's available. Yeah. You can't hear me say that. Yeah, just say yes, I'm available. Hugo say yes. No. He's not. He knows I'm getting him. So I love you all. I'll be heading for Texas tomorrow. 406 miles to go. I'm going to get a campsite there, which is, I think, like 10 minutes from Marcianne. But I'm not going to tell Marcianne I'm there yet till I get showered and cleaned up. And I know she has to work and do other things. So we are planning on something. I think, Marcianne, you're going to have to get with her on Friday for noon in Texas. If you're in the Texas area, I know a lot of you reached out to me. If I don't see you at Marcianne's, text me.
Especially when you're falsely translating what somebody else is saying, and they have no clue that you're saying that they're saying that. It's just, this whole thing is icky. It's like he can't even just do a 10-minute stream with someone in the deaf community and be a normal fucking person. Like, he has to be all fucking weird and, like, infantilizing and, like, get all sexual and then, like, try to play matchmaker. Like, the whole thing is just very bizarre. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Your address privately, please, and I'll see what I can do to try to meet everyone I can in Texas. Scott, if you're listening, I definitely want to see you, my brother. I'm
surprised they didn't tell them to put their address next to their name as their YouTube name.
Ryan, there's all kind of people in Texas. All right. All my exes live in Texas. No, they don't. I only have one ex and she's in Michigan, but I'm looking forward to it. I am having a blast. If you aren't excited about what's about to happen, I don't know what to tell you because it's going to be absolutely crazy. All right. I love you all. God bless. Hugo.
Did you say you have one ex in Texas, though, and she's a missionary? Interesting.
We love you both. Bye.
Bye. Please don't do one of those again. This isn't it. We could do without you ever meeting up with somebody from any community, any marginalized community of any kind. Okay, just stay away from all of them. You're awful. What is there that can happen? I know. That's what I keep saying. So, that put me in a bit of a mood after I saw that. I was like, oh man, like it gets worse. It doesn't get better with that. It just keeps getting worse. I thought to myself, maybe this clip from Red Redfern will make me feel better, where he talks about application versus product, because you guys, like me, are sitting here going, well, what are they doing? What's going on over here? What kind of things can happen? It's so gross when he meets up with men. Imagine how gross if he meets up with women. I think there is a reason the women don't meet up with him. Yep. That's why he should maybe just keep it in his pants. I love OnPassive with Ash Sir only. What does that mean, Ash Sir only? He's always been the only one in charge. So I don't know. I don't really know what that means. All right. I think it's at the spot it should be at.
Was the use of the word applications rather than talking about products, which we've often talked about, haven't we, in the past, about various products we're going to have for people to use. We've moved on now to using the terminology applications, whether this is done by design, whether this is something else. But what it did do to me is it made me think, I want to know more about this. I want to understand what the difference.
It gets worse, yeah. Like in the past, when Chris has done these like streams, he's done webinars with the deaf community before. He acted kind of like that, but it wasn't as bad as that one was. That was just don't, Please stop, Chris. Stop meeting people, just in general. Nobody should ever go meet up with you.
Difference between an application is and a product. I wasn't quite sure, in all honesty. I had an inkling, same as you guys may have as well. So let's share my screen and we'll talk a little bit more about the difference then between an application and a product.
This is what we're doing now. We really don't have anything to talk about. We're looking up the definitions of random things, talking about the differences between the words. Chris is actually live right now with Marcienne, or just ended. Not that he's not creepy. Maybe we'll check it out after.
Pretty interesting stuff. So an application is a functional, deployed software or system that performs specific tasks.
You couldn't even get past the AI overview to find the definition? That AI overview thing can be funny. Sometimes it's wrong. It makes me laugh. Just saying. I wouldn't pull the definition of anything from that. That's not what I would get it from. I'd be scrolling down until I got to at least the website of an actual dictionary. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Red? Because Red doesn't know how to find definitions. Ash doesn't know how to collect or do anything with data. What the hell are we doing here? If you don't know what an application is in 2025, then I can't help you. Thank goodness we have Red ready to Google out loud for us. I can't believe he didn't even get past the overview.
I.e., like Microsoft Word or a WhatsApp, that is an application, okay? It is a big thing, whereas a product...
Did he actually just say, when you're on WhatsApp, the app stands for application? Wow, talk about going back to the roots of the internet.
Is a more encompassing concept, referring to the complete offering, which may include various applications, features, or even business models.
I feel like this live stream is just going to be a whole bunch of us watching them show us how they think that they're all so much more intelligent than the rest of the world. That's what we're doing here today, I guess.
That delivers value to the customer. For instance, SAP is a product, SAP, while individual modules within it, such as SAP Finances, are applications. What does that mean in real English so you guys understand it?
What?
An application is generally...
Is this fake? English? I'm not speaking Quebec English. What English is this? Oh, what? Because you're in the UK now. Whenever you say it, it should just be proper English, shouldn't it be? What do you mean?
A software deployed.
Now I'm going to have to go and Google what does Red Redfern mean when he says proper English. Like, this is, I don't think we needed it to be broken down more than this.
Service where products come from. Okay,
Maybe
so
we do.
you build
Oh, what I'm talking about.
So
never mind. I keep having to explain to people what facetious means. So never mind.
Various application or various coding to make an application, and then you can make products from that application. So it's a big part here, and little strands will come off of that part there. So let's have a look then at key differences. Scope: an application is specific, functional component, whereas a product is the broader solution or service. So the application is the thing that it says it does, whereas the product is normally the service that it will deliver. And behaviors versus proprietaries, sorry. Applications define behavior through code, while products...
Come on, right? I thought that you were going to give it to us in proper English.
Declarative, focusing on properties like icons and text that customize an application's appearance.
They're proprietary properties.
If you notice on the thumbnail that I put on here, it's got lots of applications logos. Those are the applications, okay, of what it uses, like WhatsApp is, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, Excel. Those are all.
Do you know any other apps besides WhatsApp?
Specific applications, and I have the icons for it. Okay, whereas the product part of it, okay, is, for instance,
what?
Connect. That is a product.
Okay.
But the application is it is a video conferencing platform. That's the application. But the product name of it is Connect.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now?
So there is a lot of difference, and the customer-focused applications are built to perform a task.
When he explains to you the difference between the Y and the pi.
But products are built to meet a need, often after market research. So when you are coding and you are bringing a solution to the marketplace, you build an application. That is the first port of call. You're building something, it is an application because it is performing a task that is needed. But often to bring it to the marketplace, a product is needed to be built from that application so that it meets the market needs. And that is often done, obviously, by any research that is done. So when coders and all our tech guys, etc., are doing something, they build the application first, i.e. our survey. That is an application in its entirety at the moment. Hasn't even got a name. So it is an application.
Well, it does have a name. It's the OnPassive ecosystem. You still go to, and I think this is also part of the confusion here with people right now, in terms of like with OnPassive, is that the back office is still called the OES, back office. The link, the URL, the URL, is oes.onpassive.com still. So, like, they're telling people, like, we're not OnPassive anymore. We're moving on from OnPassive. The back office doesn't have a name, but, like, nothing has changed. And when you go back there, it's still the OnPassive logo. It looks the exact same. So, see, like, when none of that changes, it's going to be really hard to then get everybody to be like, oh, yeah, no, we've retired OnPassive completely, right? They're going to keep calling it that. They're going to think that posting up the logo in the Facebook group is okay. It's still in the back office. Like, if Ash was serious about this, he should have replaced all those things by now. You guys brag about how quickly these guys switched it so that Ash could add pictures to the damn message in O News 11. And he bragged about the O survey coming out so quickly. But your OES back office is still everything OnPassive. Why? Why? Because once again, you're not doing the important things that need to be done for your business. You're just concentrating on the things that produce hype and get these people hooked and waiting and making it so that they don't leave. That's all. If you were actually concentrating on rebranding this thing, that would have been the first thing that would have been fixed, and it would have been done probably months ago. Hi, Zach. Good to see you. Hope your dad's doing all right today. Like, it's ridiculous, though, how they expect people to just be like, oh, no more OnPassive, but then go back there. There it is everywhere. There are endless number of web pages he can read. It's kind of depressing. It's true. It's true. Mark said he is really scraping the barrel now. Even he's running out of things to say. I know. I feel like that's what this is showing us. It's like, oh, Lord. I thought it was one thing when Susie was looking up definitions, you know? I was like, yeah, she never had much to say anyway. She probably does need some fillers in there, you know? Why not? But now we have Red fully doing this. Reading the AI overview version, too. In a couple of years, Red might be reading to us the koala page from Wikipedia. That would be wonderful. I can't wait.
It might, in turn, become a product. But then it will be changed slightly with its wrapping, I suppose. It's a bit like having a car. Look at an application as a car. When we look at a car, okay, we look at this.
I would laugh so hard if they just started reading us all of the Wikipedias of everything to do with technology and AI that they could find. It would be kind of funny. I do have to say.
Shiny thing that is gleaming and it looks really smart. And
Let's go through what artificial intelligence is. So the AI, when we say AI in heart, stands for artificial intelligence. Here is the Wikipedia article on artificial intelligence. And they just starts reading it. They do that for every single bit of technology. The funny thing, right, is, of course, like with all MLMs, they tell you you don't have to have any skills, any experience, and you don't have to know anything. And then when you get there, they're like, but you actually have to know everything about everything here. Like, why would you need to know this if you're a distributor and your job is just to sell the product? Do you need to know all of this stuff? Probably not.
The rest of it. But if you take that casing off, you've actually got quite a bare shell.
Like, should you have a general knowledge of technology and what these things are? Yeah. I mean, it is an AI tech company. And that, again, brings us back to, why would you join this unless that's already an interest for you? Right? Because their whole thing is always like, MLMs are always, oh, I joined it because the products were great. Not because I wanted to make money off of my friends and family from forcing them to join a cult. That's not why. And it's like, okay, except, you know, these guys are experts in confusing and leading people astray, pretty much. They should read about cults, commercial cults. Look that up. What's the definition of that, Red?
Look at Formula One cars, look at NASCARs, look at all these types of cars. They look really nice on the outside, but that's only a skin that comes off very easily. So this is the same between an application and a product. The application is the real nitty-gritty underneath, whereas the product is the thing that we see. But you have to build that application first before you then get the product. So a product is what you market and sell to unknown customers for.
Here it says, applications are built to perform a task, but products are built to meet a need. Often after market research. We've all seen how Ash Mufara does market research. Aren't you confident that he's a marketing selling guru?
Broader use. While an application might be developed for a specific known customer and thus considered as a service. Like I said, you need to sort of break things down, and I'm sure the OTech Pro guys will do a far better job of trying to explain it than I am. But if you think along the lines of when you have an idea of something, that is the application, and it is built around a need to provide a service for a specific thing. But to market that service, so the application itself, you then have to move it into a product. What does this mean for us from what we had off O News 11? It means that we are now talking in the language of the developer. We're now talking about what is being developed for us, these applications of what we're going to use, but the product that comes from it will be called something completely different, because that is the part that we will be marketing. Are they the same? Is an application and a product the same? In essence, yes, they are, except for the application is the...
Mark, what do you mean? It hasn't failed. They settled. What do you mean?
Raw part of the product. The product is the car that we see. It has its skin on it. It's nice and sharp.
They did settle, but there was a fine, disgorgement, but to them, everything's fine. Maybe that's where the confusion is. They saw the word fine, and they were like, oh, we're good, it's fine.
Shiny, it looks really nice, but take that skin off it, and then it becomes the application. And of course, products, you can vary different products from one application. You can have spurs of it. For instance,
you're going to need Red to look up the definition of fine for us next.
You've got a large application that does a lot of different things. You can have smaller products that use that application.
The funny thing is, technically, if you say that they failed, you're right. They did fail it. Not with the SEC case, though. To me, their big failed launch was the O Connect in 2023 September 1st to be exact. So they were all like, oh yeah, as soon as this goes live, you guys watch, millions of people are gonna come. And that didn't happen. And it was like, well, that's the closest you're probably getting to a launch.
But are called different things and only utilize small proportions of that application. Starts getting complicated, doesn't it? Also then, the evolution in software, an application can be underlying code while the product is the way it is delivered, packaged and marketed, exactly like I said. So think along the lines of the coding is the application.
Guys, I'm doing too much work out here. I gotta start just using AI and being like, can you explain to my audience why OnPassive is a scam? And then just read it to you guys. Success should be judged by outcomes. OnPassive outcome equals 0. See, that's the thing, right? It's how are they measuring this success? To them, I think it hasn't ever been about, or not for a while anyway, the money or the products being successful, the business expanding or any of that. I think for them, the success is their hangouts. When they do their live streams, how many people show up and whatnot. And I think that's how they gauge this. And so to them, they're like, oh, well, whenever we do our streams, a bunch of people still show up all like, in it to win it with 5 million emojis. And, you know, that must mean that we're being successful here. And it seems like to Ash, it's kind of the same. It goes by how many people click on his website link instead of like actually selling anything or doing anything, you know? OnPassive success in the eyes of founders equals making like-minded friends on webinars. Exactly. Like I feel like they have to instead be defining it like that. And that's why to them, they're always so successful. And the rest of us are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like even their live streams have been going down in views. It's, you know, compared to a few years ago when we were first starting this, when it was like super duper crazy. Almost every single webinar was like 5 hours long and it was 4.5 hours of Ash talking. And like literally the chat would be going so crazy. Sometimes you wouldn't be able to read it. Right? Like they never slowed it down or any of that. So it would just be going like and it would all be emojis. You know, they'd all bleed into each other. It was going so fast. And you were like, holy crap, there's a lot of people here. You know what I mean? Passed away at 91. Oh, no. Best opportunity in the world to sit around and do nothing for nothing. Woo! I guess in that sense, they are the most successful MLM. You know, if that's what they're going for. The most successful MLM at failing at being an MLM.
The raw.
This might be the longest launch of an MLM ever, though. Don't quote me on that. It might not be. But I was thinking about this the other day where I was like, you know, because we've seen a few of these come and go now. Like Nilo Life is no longer really kicking it. You know? And it's like, usually when they try to launch and then it doesn't happen after 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years at the most, they go, all right, screw this. And then they actually do go and try a new scam where they actually fully rebrand and it's a brand new thing. Sometimes there'll be like similarities or whatever, but they will like scrap that company and then just jump ship. This one really is the MLM launch that will not die. It won't launch either, but it's not going to die and go away either, I guess. It's a long way away from 7 years ago when success was supposed to be making a fortune while sleeping, right? Which was what it started promising right at the beginning. That's what it was all about. Constant leads to your business. Make money while you sleep. And then Ash used to tell people that they would make, I think it was the one slide we had said something $30 million a month or something ridiculous. It was craziness. Crazy times.
Not very pretty, very functional, does exactly what it should do, but it's not marketable because you need to have that skin on the outside to make it appealing, have the logos, have whatever it is you're doing to make that product so that people can then recognize it and understand it. So here's some example products. The entire SAP system or Microsoft Office suite, okay, is a product. The application is actually Microsoft Word. And within Microsoft Word is Microsoft Suite.
No. What? What? Wait a second. What? No, like the Microsoft, am I crazy? It's like when I get that stuff, it comes in a package and the suite is Excel and PowerPoint and Word, and then those would be the products, the applications within. I'm very confused right now. Now you're fucking me up, Red.
Okay. Or WhatsApp, for instance, is a standalone model application, okay, of
okay, good.
the data product might be a curated data set.
For a minute, I was like, is it me? Wait, am I the one that's crazy right now? What is happening? Did they change it? Because I use a lot of like the notepad, and the notepad on my computer just got like updated too, so that you can do like bold and italics, underlining, and everything. It's great. But that's just because it's just really easy for me to open it quick and then like quickly write something down or whatever. So I haven't used Microsoft Word in a while. I wrote my book on Canva. It's right in Canva. So I was like, maybe they changed it. I don't know. Hi, Sam. We're learning about how Microsoft Word has the suites in it. You know? He said in Spencer's video OnPassive was worth $5.3 billion that brought in suckers. How is that not fraud? It is fraud. It was found to be fraud. Technically, OnPassive was found to be a fraudulent multi-level pyramid scheme. You know, it's just, I don't know if the SEC can officially say that. They could say that they settled with them about it. I can call it that all day long, but so technically it was fraud. He got fined for fraud. Like that was what the fines were technically for, was for the fraud that he committed. That's why he had to pay the $4 million, and OnPassive has to pay the $4 million, you know? It's like, how are they going to be worth how are they going to be worth $1 billion? Never mind over $5 billion. I used to get a kick out of that kind of stuff too, right? Because Ash used to say, oh yeah, even the unicorn company thing, right? That's what that means, is that we're going to be $1 billion company, like right away. Boom, bang, boom. It's like, no, you're not though. Is 12 out yet? I need a good laugh. No, it's not. I checked. I did check because I was like, it's Friday. Maybe they put one up there to keep them hanging on over the weekend. I don't know. One might still show up in there. I doubt that we'll hear again from them until they're about to do the webinar with Ash. Because Ash will be showing up at some point this month to announce their apparent launch plans, according to all the hype that they're not supposed to be doing. Because Tanya said, no hype. So they should listen to her. She gets very mad when they don't. But I'm thinking that's when it will be. And I have no clue when that will be. I don't even know if it will be. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of like, okay, are we just doing this again? Like we're just defaulting back to what we've been doing before then? You're just hoping to go back where you just lead them on now through the fall into the winter, and then it'll be around Christmas. Yeah, and then the new year, right? Because that's what happens is we're heading into the holiday period of the year is what I call it. You know, because we get like Halloween and then it's like Thanksgiving, Christmas. So Ash is probably planning to just have them hold on until each holiday like he usually does. And then Christmas will come. And they're always excited at Christmas because it's Christmas. And for some reason, they always think that they're celebrating their last Christmas before they're all millionaires or something. And then it gets pushed to the new year. And then we just do it all over again. And I'm thinking Ash, in his mind, is probably thinking that by then, by the new year, right, these guys won't talk about this anymore. It's almost like they have also told Ash that what he's doing is absolutely fine because they keep falling for it. So why would he change anything? And his only goal right now is to keep them hanging on, keep them loyal to him, hopefully holding on for 8 years so that then he could maybe start a company, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to change doing anything. It's been working fine for 7 years. You know? No gifts again. this year. Yeah, see, that's the only shitty part about the Christmas thing, is that, yes, every Christmas we have founders who literally come out and tell us that they told their children that they won't be having Christmas gifts that year, and that they'll have to wait till OnPassive launches, and then they'll get all the gifts in the world. And I'm sure there's families that have been telling their kids that every Christmas for the last few Christmases, and that's upsetting. And I can't imagine that. I'm a parent. I ain't rich. So I've struggled. I've struggled at holidays. Not a little while, but like when my little one was younger, we went through a period where we had trouble paying for our bills so much that we lost our electricity for a couple days. I've been there. My daughter has always had amazing Christmases and birthdays, because no matter what, I will sell things out of my home, of my own, to get her presents and make sure that she has no clue that mom and dad are struggling. My daughter thinks we are millionaires. My daughter's literally like looked at us a bunch of times and been like, well, we're rich. And everyone would be like, what? News to me. And because I have a belief that as parents, it's your job to handle all those things, and your kids shouldn't even notice. They should have no clue about any problems at any times. Now, you should be honest with your kids. Like, I don't just give my daughter everything. There's been times where she's asked for something, and I've been like, can't afford that right now, sweetheart. But maybe for your birthday or something, be honest with them, and teach them about finances and paying bills and all that good stuff, obviously. But I have this thing where I just believe that kids should never know, especially if they're struggling like that. I think kids should be able to just be kids and not have to worry about adult issues, like not having Christmas presents. To kids, Santa comes every single Christmas. And Santa doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Right? Santa's Santa. He has elves make his toys in a magical workshop, damn it. So he can get anything. And I just think that it's important to keep that kind of thing alive. But I also think it's important, like I said, not to have your kids deal with adult issues. Those are your adult issues. You deal with them. Your kids shouldn't even know they exist. I grew up in a home where all of the adult issues were up to me to fix. They were my fault, and then I had to fix them all. And I had to fix all the adults in my life. It was up to me to keep everybody emotionally stable at all times. And if somebody wasn't emotionally stable, it was my fault. I did something. And I will never, ever, ever, ever make my daughter worry about something that I should be worrying about instead because of that. Because I stopped the cycle. And my thought about that is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck if like OnPassive doesn't launch by Christmas. How come you haven't been buying your kid those gifts throughout the year? Knowing that Christmas is coming, it comes every year. Like, there's ways to, even if you don't have a lot of money, ensure that you can still get Christmas gifts and do these things. You have to start planning better for these occasions. And you should never, ever sit your kid down unless you are in complete dire needs and you have exhausted all other resources. And for some reason, there's not even a toy drive in your area and you can't get presents or something, and tell your kid you're not getting presents because a company didn't launch? The fuck does that have to do with your kid? Why do they have to give up their presence for your company? That's some shit. Okay? I just have a very big problem with that. It really pisses me off. A cycle is one of the things that's great to break. That's right. Children deserve to be oblivious for as long as possible. That's right. Let them have their innocence for as long as they can. All right? The world and being an adult is hard enough. All right? They should not have any worries unless, they have their own worries at that age. They have age-appropriate worries, right? You know what I mean? And they should be worrying about that. They're trying to grow too and learn and all that stuff. You've already done all that stuff. So you should have it together enough to not bother them. Should be able to take care of your own shit and then also help them with theirs. That's why you're a parent, right? Maybe we should not be letting people have kids. You got to take a tested drive, which I don't do. And then anybody can have a baby. Zach says, Marty's doing better each day. They want to get more water off and take this rig thing out of his neck. Oh my God, that sounds awful. They switched his meds because they didn't work for him. That's why he felt, oh no. Oh, so he wasn't taking the right medication. And then that's shitty. He's in the ICU. I do hope he gets better. They're planning on taking that rig thing out in the next couple days. I hope so. And then move him to a normal room and then rehab again. Oh, he must be so frustrated, though, and fed up with this. This has been going on since Easter for him. And then to find out that you're on the wrong medication, or it's just not working, it's like, Jesus Christ. Well, I do hope that they take it out and that everything's going okay now, and that now he's on the right medication. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything anyone can do about that. Sometimes medications just don't work, you know what I mean? Like, might not even be the doctor's fault or anything, just the way medications go. Trust me, I'm on all kinds. But I do hope that he gets out of there, goes to the rehab center soon. Although that would also be frustrating because it's like, I feel like I just got out of a rehab center. Now I'm back in a rehab center. So that would be like. It was Lasix, and they said some people it works better as an IV, and of course he's one of those people, of course, right? Because it never fails. Well, we do hope that he gets better and can get back to his family as soon as possible, because that is the most important thing. And that is why he also needs to get out of these scams. So that instead he should be being a grandpa right now, chilling.
That can be used by product engineering teams to build data applications.
I forgot what we were doing.
In honesty, is way above our pay grade. This is what tech guys look at.
Oh,
this is their niche, I suppose. This terminology they will understand, and for us,
I know they understand it and they're doing it, and it would be cool if you could learn it and understand it. I don't see how this is helping anything right now.
It is way above what we normally understand. We just need to know that an application is the raw data, the raw coding, whereas the product is the saleable part of that application so that people can use that product that is underlined by the coding of that application.
Like, this is like the world's worst definition and explanation of these things.
So in essence, you use an application to do something, but you buy a product to achieve a goal or
to do something. We don't know what, because we don't even know what the application is going to be. We were told it was some survey thing, but we're not even sure.
Solve a broader problem that is derived from that application. I know it's a little bit complicated, but it's showing.
It's kind of not, though. Like, that's not that complicated. I just feel like you made it extra complicated for some reason. I don't know.
To us, through O News number 11, that we're talking in the terminologies now of our tech team. We're talking of they are building applications that products are going to come from. And this is really important. And the reason I think this is important is because this is the part of O News 11 of our CEO saying we are drawing the
what if the product is the application?
Curtains back and laying things bare to us guys. Talking in the terminologies of applications rather than the products that we see gives us a better insight of what these guys are actually producing. Okay. The name of a product, really, quite frankly, is immaterial to the application.
Oh, that's
it is a marketing tool. It is a marketing thing that we will use to market.
You really thought you did something here. You were like, yeah, so we don't need to know what the name of our products are. And neither does the tech team to build the product. So don't worry, guys. Really?
That product to the general public. But we know a little bit more.
Oh,
I see Collins Manor is on here now. This is certainly an area that these guys can really get their teeth into, is to explain in depth the difference between an application and...
Is Collins Manor working for Ash Mufara and building these applications that are going to be turned into products? No, he's not. So why the fuck did you just say that? Like him showing up means something. This has always bothered me about their OTech pros, as we know. All right, like the OTech pros, you would think would be the people that are actually working, like their actual tech team, you know? Instead, it's just a few guys that have alleged tech backgrounds, but I question that because we've watched enough of them to question it. And they have no clue. They have no insider knowledge. Chris Johnson has more insider knowledge of what's going on with the products than these guys do. And one of them is Collins Manor. But it's like, okay, but what does him showing up do? And in this situation, we were just talking about technology. Oh, look, there's Collins. He's one of our OTech pros. Oh, does he work on the products for your company? No. Oh, well, what does he do then? Like, what does OTech Pro means? He just does webinars like once a week where they just talk about what they think the tech team are doing. Yeah, that's how that conversation would go.
A product of that bare, raw data that is coded to make the application that is usable. It does what it says it's going to do.
That would be great, Violet. Hey, Red, Google Dunning-Kruger effect and read it out to us. These are the 50 apps and products that were ready in October 2020. Probably. I almost wonder if Ash is just going to go back to making the same promises he did back in 2020.
But it's not very pretty. And that's not very good for marketing. You need to turn that application into a product so that you have got a good visual of what it is and how it works.
Oh, no.
This is the skin, like I said. It's the wrapping of the car. The car underneath is an engine, a chassis, a gearbox and wheels. What we see is this amazing vehicle that looks fantastic.
Yep.
But underneath, that's all it is. Applications and products are the same. The product is what we see. The application is the raw deal underneath. Anyway, guys, I hope that has helped to explain it in
Not really
terms. I know it's taken a little while for it to sink in for me of the differences, but I hope that my car...
Louisiana says, I know, Joe, but they were thought products. I like this. I like this thought products thing, which had a limited market, except to create excitement. I have thought products, but I'm getting therapy. But I like that. Thought products. You know, just the products you think about. They never come into fruition. They're just in your head. It's pretty much what's been going on here. Red wishes OnPassive still had a website so he could tell us about the new scroll bars and buttons he found. I know, I kind of missed that. Brad would get all excited when they would change the color of a button. And he would go live and be like, guys, they changed the sign on button from blue to white. And I love it. I think it makes the button pop out more. Like now looking at it, I really do want to click on it. Yeah, it would be like something I would do as a parody of this. But we didn't have to parody it because they just did it in real life.
Terminology really has helped for you guys to understand it a little bit more.
See, and then this. Okay, yes, I wanted to show you once again. So barcodes with the logo. Everything still has the logo. So you can't really expect people to move on from OnPassive as a company and stuff that was going on, you know, all the products, all that stuff that was going on, when everything's still OnPassive everywhere and their logos all over the place, even at the barcodes and stuff. You know, it's like, it's going to be hard to rebrand. It always is. But it's going to be even harder when you don't actually do anything to rebrand other than just tell everyone that you've rebranded. And not even everyone. You just announced it at a webinar. There might be people that didn't watch it. And I know that's like a crime there to not watch Ash Mufaro's webinars, but I'm sure that there are people that exist that have not seen that webinar. You know what I mean? Not everyone could have. All right, so the next one I want to get into, let's get this one off the screen. The next one I want to get into with you guys is the OP Digital Blueprint Unveiling Success. Yeah, that's right. With Andy and Jeanne. Gotta love that duo. Because it's been a little while since we've watched one of these. This is their latest one, and I just want to see, you know, what's happening. Looks like they all got kidnapped by Warhammer today. Unfortunately. Don't know how they're all sitting in the same seat. That's got to be a magic trick. But maybe they'll tell us what we're supposed to be doing right now if we're in OnPassive. Because if you're an O founder right now, you're probably hella confused. You're like, okay, so we settled, and OnPassive isn't going anywhere, but we're no longer OnPassive, but everything's still OnPassive all over the place. Even the website link, URL, you know, maybe change that. And we're all just kind of like, what, waiting for Ash to show up sometime this month? So what am I supposed to be doing to ready myself? We're still trying to figure that out.
Welcome everybody to OP Digital Blueprint, and I'm joined today by my esteemed colleagues, Jeanne Lever and of course Collins Manor. We wanted to revisit a little bit more about the O News 11 that we've seen in our back offices, and I'm going to let Jeanne take the floor here because she has some ideas that we need to share. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Andy. Hi, Collins. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been doing reviews of the O News 11 and thoughts about it, but it dawned on me as we were getting ready to come on here is that this whole, I'm looking at my notes here, this whole O News 11, it's almost like a tribute to the little guy. It's all talking about the impact of like grassroots effort, and that is how we're going to have an impact. So if you go through the O News 11, it's talking about the survey. So it's saying all of you, individual people, you regular Joes out there, you all put your
yes, everybody, go and get your vaccines. Make sure you do. She's so excited all the time. She has enough excitement here for all of them, I think. 2 OnPassive incels, and Jeanne is going to, yeah, right? Oh no, not Andy, no brains perks, Collins, no IT mana, and Jeanne, magic mushrooms, Oliva. She really does seem like she's on something a lot, doesn't she? I don't know what's gotten into her today.
your input, and it had this massive, like the numbers were huge. What's it? 98.6% fully committed, 93.3% willing to stay no matter the time. All this great data, but it's all individual people, right? Little people that are coming together to have a big impact. And so it's like an homage to say that you are spread out all over the world, but when you come together in those kinds of...
I might have to slow Jeanne down. She's at 1.25, but I don't know. She's a little too excited for me today. And my kiddo just came home, so we're going to take a short commercial break, and then I will be right back. This stream is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Are you tired of getting screwed over by false promises, bad leadership, and tiny results? Introducing Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. The only protection you need when dealing with inflated egos and underwhelming performance. Whether it's a shady MLM pitch, a fake AI company, or a man who tells you he's the lord of the internet. Don't get played, get protected. Tiny Dinger Condoms are OnPassive resistant, 100% scam proof. Coated in reality and skepticism for extra protection against cult-like charisma. And hey, if you're gonna get screwed by Ashmu Farah's vision, at least make sure you're wearing something that actually works. Tiny Dinger Condoms. Trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. For when the product is imaginary, but the disappointment is real. Now available in Founder Frenzy flavor. Tastes like regret and missed refunds.
Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand.
Is your leader's birthday coming up? Don't just send a card. Send your soul. Introducing Happy Cult Day, the ultimate birthday experience for narcissistic gurus. Because nothing says divine enlightenment like 8 hours of forced gratitude on Zoom. With Happy Cult Day, you'll get a pre-written poem about how your leader changed your life. access to a 9-hour tribute webinar you're required to attend, a royalty-free song you'll awkwardly sing with 300 other blinking followers, and a limited edition e-card with their face on a beam of light, because they're just like Jesus, but better. Add on the birthday worship upgrade to include a tribute video of members crying, children chanting their name, and a slideshow of their humble beginnings. Why celebrate you when you can celebrate him? Again, happy cult day, because in a real cult, it's their birthday every day. Side effects may include financial ruin, loss of autonomy, spontaneous chanting, seal clapping, and sudden belief that Ashmufara invented the internet. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsors. Now, back to the live stream. Yes, thank you. By the way, I think I figured out why people think I'm AI. So I am somebody that uses a lot of ellipses. I love my ellipses, you know, my little dots. And people were complaining. People were complaining about me using dots. So I was like, all right, I'll use a fucking M dash then. And now they're complaining about that. And they're like, see, she's AI. And I'm like, I can't win. People hate punctuation online. I don't know why. Why do you hate proper punctuation? Or my dramatic pauses or my explanations of things? Get used to it. Did Lev ever launch? I thought that was supposed to be this week. It is. They're apparently going to be launching, according to Randy and his son. Please remember to like the stream. Yes, please do. Now we have to get back to these guys apparently explaining to us what's going on.
Numbers, the impact is huge, and the impact on, say, the individuals who are on Ash's team, also the little guy, and that they are like working together to have this big impact. And then I was looking at the vision. You know, it's all about empowering individuals. We've known that the products and services and everything are going to be used by big companies, probably governments, countries. I mean, it's going to just be used by everyone. But O News 11 is all about individuals.
So the government that's using the products is apparently that LaToya lady that was like threatening me and Danny. If you guys remember, she wrote me and she was all like, you're messing with the wrong one. Remember, I told you that Ash has connections to the government. He even tried to warn you guys that he has connection to the government. And it's me. And I was like, yeah. I was wondering. No, she's not next. We have a next level violet. But yeah, she is. But I was like, yeah, probably is you, isn't it? Like, I didn't question her. When she said that, I was like, that might have been the only honest thing you've said to me in this whole fucking conversation. I was like, maybe, yeah, for sure. For sure. The O News 11. Oh, brother. I know. It was just the same as all the other ones with some fucking charts. Like, it's like, what? I heard about that. I'm sorry you won't be able to be one of the richest people in the world now. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've been pruned. Yeah. We were pruned. Pruned. I couldn't log in. I couldn't log into it. I was like, oh. Well, there goes my account for lev.ai. They found me. I used to log into the OES.
Individuals, the small, it's saying
for this
to make all ages and walks of life affordable and user-friendly.
Not that I would have to, by the way, which is kind of a funny thing about it, is that they're all like, oh, now the only people that will read our back office messages are us and people in here. It's like, no, because you literally read them to us. Post them. Like, I wouldn't have to be back there. I would still know what it said every time.
Accessible to all. It's all about the small business person, that work at home affiliate, local business owner. It's pointing us towards the little guy that is going to change their life, their business. They're going to flourish. That's going to help the economy of their local.
Oh yeah, they posted the results of the survey, basically. And I guess Ash went in there to post the charts up and found out that he couldn't post images when he was doing the back message office. Apparently, he actually did write the last one, according to Chris anyway. So he had to get a hold of the tech team and be like, hey, I'm trying to post up these charts here to show the results, and I can't post up an image. And so the tech team was like, oh, okay, Mr. Mufara, just give us a second. And they came on here, and within seconds, they made it so that he could post up these amazing results and charts for us to see. They were very important in not hyping people up. But it was kind of funny because then we found out, at least now they admit they have bots. I guess there's that. So, and they were all very impressed with the fact that this tech team was able to go into the back office, probably just click a couple things, and then give him access to being able to post a picture in there. And that's really all you need to know about this tech company. You know? Yeah, they probably did. I'm thinking that that's probably what happened. Because we were all in a line underneath him. It was like him, Danny, me, Jelly, Violet. Like we were all like we all signed up after each other, so we were all each other's downline and like in a leg in there, you know? All underneath him. But he was our major upline. He was gonna make all of the money, you know. He was gonna be the top 1% there. And he was. Good old, I shit myself. So they obviously, I'm thinking they found his account and then just yeeted his account and everyone that signed up under it. Right? Was just like, fuck all these people. Which, to their credit, was correct. I mean, we weren't in there with out of good faith. I mean, like I said, if I do something, I'll tell you. We were all in there to fucking just know what was going on and to troll it. Like, I won't pretend like we weren't. We obviously were not signing up for lev.ai to all be Hunbots with it. That's not what we were doing. Although, according to LaToya, it was. But no. She had also written them and told them that we had signed up as Chris Johnson, which was actually not true. That wasn't any of our people. So I was very confused about that. But then they probably went looking And I'm thinking it might have gotten us yeeted from there, but doesn't really do much. Nothing's going on back there. Yeah, you know, it might have been the names. Yeah. But I'm not too upset about it. I'm thinking that Lev AI isn't going to last very long either. I mean, as we know, Randy especially hops around like crazy. The only thing about Lev AI that's interesting is that it's connected to like other people that are problematic, you know? And I just find that to be a bit fascinating. I thought it might have been because you guys used OMail addresses. I wonder what's going on with people that used OMail addresses. I do. You know what I mean? Because if you switched your company to the OMail address, you are just fucked right now. You haven't been able to check your email since June 27th, 2024. So that's a problem. They're like, we'll help you run your business. And you're like, all right, awesome. And you go sign up. They're like, we have free email. You're like, cool. Yeah, no, I'll use that one. And now your whole business is gone because of them. And I actually do wonder sometimes, like, I wonder if they've actually fucked over more businesses than they've helped at this point. Because the whole, like, sign up if you have a business was a big thing at the start of them doing that. And then now they seem to get mad if you're doing another business. You can only do OnPassive now. But it was a big thing for a while. And, like, they were signing up people that had legit small businesses. Like, remember they signed up the tire shop? Remember there was the picture of the tire hut on a dirt road? I don't remember where it was, though. If it was in PNG or somewhere else in Africa. I don't remember. I can't remember where exactly it was, but if you guys remember that, like a business like that, if it's depending on this thing for their own mail or anything really, you know, OnPassive could have put them out of business. Especially if they paid for the O Connect in the 5-second window that you could pay for it after they bought in, you know what I mean? So I'm like, this place is probably, instead of helping businesses, they've probably shut businesses down over the past 7 years. Honestly. I imagine you set your recovery password to OMail. You haven't been able to get into your banking for like over a year. I know. Could you imagine though? It'd just be so crazy. But it's like, some of them, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if this person did that. You know, because they were like, oh, yeah, we're launching now. Because to them, that was the launch at the time. They weren't thinking, what if this email goes down? You know what I mean? Like, to them, that was it. They were doing it, finally. So I'm like, I bet you some people did start using it as their main email. I just hope to God that they also kept, like, yeah, like their other email up there, too, so that they had at least a secondary one. So they can switch it back now. I've been wondering about it too. Like, do you think that's still your working email? Have you been giving it that out the last year? It's like this QR code that keeps popping up. Like, what happens when I hit the QR code? I can't register. Like, I just get met with the login page, right? And like, people keep passing that around. I'm like, that doesn't help anybody. And like, what do people do when they show up there? Are some of these people logging into Yahoo or Gmail and they think that's OMail? Well, yeah, Alex, we have seen evidence that some people do seem to think that Ash has a hand in these big companies somehow. Not just that they're jealous of him and blah, 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 like he talks about sometimes. But no, we've seen like O founders that have been like, well, you know, Omail is connected to Gmail, and like just made statements like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. 2 years and still waiting for Ella's Omail for me to arrive. Joe and I sent some that never showed up either. I don't know where they went. Still waiting. Joe was like, did you get that email? I was like, no, never got it. Never got it. Not once. I hope it wasn't urgent, right? I hope nobody was sending urgent emails with Omail. Ever.
Local community, that's going to help the economy of the state in which that community sits, and on and on and on. But it's all pointing us towards the grassroots that you don't, you know, our new direction is going to be focused on empowering that people at the very, very grassroots.
And like comments, I love OnPassive, my family members. I'm getting them still. Where they're like, I love OnPassive. Like, we've gotten them during this live stream that I'm doing right now. If you scroll through the comments, people popped in here. I try to put at least a few on the screen just to make the point that they exist. Like, oh, look, here's somebody here going, I love Ash Mufara, Sir Lord of the Internet. You know what I mean? Because if I just said people showed up here and said that, but never showed it, then maybe someone would say I was lying. I don't know. But here's one right here that I got during this stream. J OnPassive family members. J is I love in French. So to them, it's still OnPassive. Like, this is the worst rebrand attempt I've ever seen. And it's very much because, like, how are you going to correct all of these people? You know what I mean? That's going to be good luck. Just good luck.
Level, the very base level, not say going after the whole hog, right? So I just wanted to draw attention to that grassroots feeling that is being focused on in O News 11. So that's where I wanted to start with. Andy, thanks.
Thank you, Jeanne. We visited some of this on Sunday at Heroes webinar, so I don't know whether you guys joined us on Heroes on Sunday, but I wanted to.
Joe says it would help if there was a name, right? Like, that's the thing. You don't give them the new name. And although you're saying in the groups, like, oh, we're not going to accept posts that are using that and stop posting it here, that's really all that's being said about it. Everywhere else, OnPassive is still very much alive to the people in this thing, you know? It's going to be awful.
Revisit the survey very quickly, because
oh my God, why?
The figures are incredible, and I know some of you have managed to get on and look into the back office and see this for yourself, and others just think, okay, well,
the figures are not incredible. This is a rigged survey. Okay? This would be like showing up to the Scientology Center and asking everyone that's in the Sea Org right in front of all of the adults, hey, do you like being here? And having all of them say yes, and then going, oh, wow, shit, it's crazy that all of them love being here. I guess that everything's on the up and up here. Like, of course they're saying yes. Like, do you know what happens if they say no? You don't want to know. You're going to probably find out. I'm thinking of doing a Scientology stream on the weekend, though, so there's that. But that's why it's like fresh in my brain again. It often is, but again, right now. But like, you can't give a bunch of people in this thing the survey after you just pruned Marty, who to them was the second in command after Ash, and like expect them to answer honestly. You just can't. Also, the questions aren't even questions that, like I said, matter to pull any data. The only thing that you might have gotten out of this is getting a feel for like how many people are signed up in each region or something. That might have been, and like even that, I don't think you did properly. Most likely, Ash didn't figure out how to do that. Seems like he doesn't know how to come up with anything. The man's just useless. All he knows how to do is come on a webinar, talk in circles, confuse everyone, and then disappear for another month. Other than that, the man can't do shit.
I'll let someone else tell me. 98.6% of all of those that voted, and let's call them 100,000. There was we've got 1.4 million, but actually, if you think about it, there's an awful lot of people that had.
Oh, I don't think anyone wants to be a part of this democracy. What the fuck? Now you're voting. Don't call it that.
More than one account, and some even had as many as 700 or 800.
Yeah.
So if you think about it,
700 or 800 accounts. Good Lord! Feel like someone just shot me in the chest. Jesus Christ! I don't think they do, Andy. I don't think anyone has 800 accounts, Andy. They might have signed in 800 times while the survey was active. I might have believed that if you told me that, but not 800 accounts. That's a little bit much. I mean, I know that, like, there were some people that had a couple hundred, and that was a lot, but not 700 or 800. That's, like, way too many accounts. You remember, they had to pay $97 US per account, and most of the people in OnPassive are not from the US. And they went to, like I said, they sought out places that were in need to be the saviors for them. Very big savior complex in this thing. Drives me insane. But Jesus Christ, like, even Jelly Sack's like, wait, what? 700 or 800 accounts? Like, no. I know that, Michael Williams had, I think he had just over 200 or something. And I'll have to watch the clip again, because when I went up and yelled at Ash, he also tried to correct me on the number of accounts. Because I said, yeah, because he has, and I said the number. And then they actually went, no, it's more than that, thinking that like got me or something. No, touche, you know? Like, my point was that there was, like, he had way too many accounts. And they were like, actually, he has more. It was like, oh, you good one. You really caught me there. Prove me wrong. But I don't even think I don't believe it was like 700 accounts. Lord, because the man just doesn't have that much money. Like, I'm sorry. He isn't actually an AIM, which apparently stands for Automatic Internet Millionaire. For those that maybe don't know. Yeah, he is from Canada. He is. So yes, you would have to pay $97 US, which is more here for us. For us, it would, at that time, we did do the math. I think it was 120 something. I believe it was like 121 or something at that time. So he would have had to have paid that per account, and I just don't think he has that much money. Like, I'm sorry. Michael Williams' aim is still in hospital after breaking all his fingers, filling in all those surveys, right? I'm just like, Andy, calm down. All right, like, I don't know if you were over-exaggerating, like, for entertainment, but that was too much for my brain.
100,000 probably covers 400, maybe 500,000 people anyway, but 98%, 98.6% of people are fully committed to seeing this through to the end.
Nice.
Now, that is an incredible statistic, but also,
again, after Marty was just pruned, And they know that Ash is going to know who filled it out and who filled it out as what. You know what I'm saying? He sees the answers, and he's going to know who the answers came from. So, like I've pointed out, even if you did not feel that way, you probably did the survey trying to guess what the answer should be that you should give instead of giving your answer. It's a biased survey right off the bat. Now, if you did a blind survey on everyone and asked them that question, and the survey was done in a way so that Ash Mufara did not have access to, like, who answered what, you know, everything was just anonymous, I guarantee you that number would be a lot lower. Like, a lot lower. It's because, again, people were too scared to answer it honestly. That's not Jeanne's real house. Don't ask me how I know. Annie told me I would be the first trillionaire. I have 1,800 accounts. Right? I mean, we all know it's a scam, but they are running on this God stuff and humanity. They turn their backs on a friend for the hopes of money. Money equals the root of all evil. Yep. Wonder which Bible they read. Mm-hmm. And he is the numbers guy. The numbers guy. According to him, too. The numbers guy.
It was 93.5% are in no matter what the time frame.
Oh.
Okay, we want this to happen sooner rather than later. Everyone does. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that this...
It actually worries me a little bit that this many people did this survey, got the answers, and like none of them understand the collection of data and how this works. Like, it's something that we learned how to collect data properly in like 9th grade in high school in our general science class. And so it's like, sometimes I think things are just common knowledge that are not, I guess. I don't know. Because I'm kind of like, no, none of them, out of all of these people, none of them took like a math class and had to collect data and do math, or science where you learn how to properly prove things and collect data. We just, do they not teach that in schools anywhere else other than Canada? Like, what is going on? I'm just saying. I feel like most of them would, their pets, if Ash told them to. Yeah, probably. I've literally made the statement that Ash could come and harm their entire family right in front of them. They'd probably thank him for it. Good evening to our leaders. Thank you to world greatest CEO, who going to change human life and many opportunity for founders. See? This man has like 1 million people waiting with bated breath on what he will say next. He ain't said shit in 7 years. Right? Just like Scientologists. I feel like I missed something.
This is right. And 87.8% of you all said, look, you know, we have a problem with the existing vehicle we've got. We're happy.
Oh, I guess you are right with Scientologists if you're talking about the animal harm thing. I don't know, though. I don't know. Now, you say, I feel Most of them, they won't mention his name, though. Just like Scientologists. Yeah, I think you're talking about the animal thing. Let me know if I'm wrong. And you're right.
To move into another vehicle that's going to take us the rest of the journey. That's phenomenal too. And as we've said before, this is extremely important for us to get to that next level. Now, I think personally, and don't quote me on it, I think we're closer than most people seem to think. But Ash has made it clear before that he wanted to get to stage 10 before he told us about stage 1. And that's also very important from the point of view that Chinese whisper.
Yeah, see, this sets it up so that now it's like if he's not around for a long time now, right? He can just disappear probably until fucking the new year. They'll all say, oh, well, it's because he's getting all those steps done so that he can come talk to us. He set that up pretty well.
Have come in before and things have been misconstrued and, you know, it didn't come out the way it was supposed to come out. His commitment to complete complexity becoming simplicity is exactly what guys like me need, because I'm not a technical man. I don't understand marketing particularly. How do I sell to the internet? I don't know how to do that. And I've tried, don't get me wrong, I've tried before and it's cost me an awful lot of money. So Ash is there to help guys like us.
Has it though? Apparently not enough money. Apparently you wanted it to cost you more money. That's why you're here. Ash is closer to being ready than they think. They've been saying that for 5 years, right? The exact thing. Ash is trying to get everyone into a new vehicle because the old one owes too much money and will be sued if they ever manage to get their hands on a single dollar. Plain and simple. Yeah. Yep. And I believe that they're still going through, and I feel like Ash kind of hinted at it too in his one speech. I feel like they're still going through the labor proceedings. Because all of those employees that didn't get paid, some of them started a case on him. I believe it was out of the Hyderabad office. So he's also in trouble for that. It wasn't just the Dubai office. I believe that the case was started out of Hyderabad. And so that stuff's all still going on. And that's attached to OnPassive. And he also believes that 1 centimeter is the same as 1 inch, probably. Ash is way upside down in the old vehicle. Yeah, it crashed a while ago. I've followed along occasionally throughout the years, and some names have come and gone and never knew why, and come back with new energy. Where is Aim Williams and Dr. Williams? Well, Dr. Bill is alive and well and promoting it still. And he does a stream every once in a blue moon for us. But Michael Williams, I heard, had left. So we're kind of still waiting to find out to get confirmation on that. Yeah, Dr. Bill. Bill. After 7 years, we all founders very excited for the month of September. I don't know why you'd be excited for this September, because it's the same as every September where you get told that September something special's happening and the company's going to launch. You also have a CEO with an 8-year bar on him to sell, market, or own and run any business. So I know, me too. I feel like he isn't around as much anymore. I think, do you know what it is? I think it's because, like, those of us that have been watching this go down for longer than like 2 or 3 years, we are used to them doing like 5-6 hour webinars where they're like all there, all of them are there. And we got kind of used to seeing that. So now when we don't see them, it's like it feels even longer. You know what I mean? It's weird. Scientology forbids certain or current members from ever mentioning the name of exited members. Marty's treatment seems exactly the same. Yep. Because you're an SP now. You're a suppressive person. So if you leave, then you have chosen to be a suppressive person. And Scientologists believe that everything that happens to them, they've caused, or it's because they're attached to a suppressive person. So that's why you leave, you become suppressive, everyone stops talking to you. It's a really shitty belief system. It sucks. Wake Me Up When September Ends. Yep. We've used that exact song because it's every single September, and I don't think this one's going to be any different. I mean, why would it be? Especially now,
Actually, make it a lot easier. So, in other words, instead of 3% of the guys that work online making money, it's going to be the 97% that he's trying to help to get there.
Yes, allegedly, they have found Shelley.
Which is fantastic. So what are your thoughts, Collins?
Yeah, Andy, thank you. Yes, when Jeanne started off, a lot of things.
Yeah, I know he's a dentist. But he probably thinks he's a brain surgeon.
It came in my head, which I was just thinking about, the power of helping small businesses.
Oh, here we go.
So if you look at the society, these are the people who struggle a lot because, one, they have tight financial constraint. They are just working on limited budget. A lot of people don't even like to work for them because they feel like, what if the business doesn't succeed? What will happen? The business collapse, it means we've lost our job. Everyone wants to go and work for large corporation, medium size. But those small...
Why does Andy look so mad? He just looks so angry right now. I don't get how they can talk about absolutely nothing. I'm very good at talking about absolutely nothing, as you guys know. I'm very, very well versed in that. And even I don't know how they do this. Because I'm like, they are literally just talking about things you just don't need to say. What the fuck are we doing here? Why put up a whole live stream if this is all it's going to be? But even Collins right now, we're resorting to like his sales pitch. So he just started doing a sales pitch to us. How many times have we heard that? 1 million? Like, why do we need this going on right now? The only reason is to keep them hanging on. Have that sense of community, I guess. Collins is quite low energy, might be weighing on him. Maybe. Andy watches TV when he's not speaking. I honestly bet he does. It's fucking hilarious. It is a funny thought to think there's a TV just out of frame there. And that now that he's not speaking, he's gone back to watching the game. He always looks so mad though. I feel like he'd be an angry person. They sound like drunks at the bar. They do. And like we're all sober and they're drunk. When you're the only sober person at the bar, that sucks. But because you're like, oh my God, what the fuck are these people doing and talking about? That's exactly what it's like. It's like they're just drunk all the time. And then we're just always sober. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Exactly. That's it. SpongeBob. I like it. And he knows who lives in a pineapple under the sea.
God. You know, small businesses.
Whatever he's watching, it's not much more than that, I'm sure.
People don't really care about them. Even sometimes to even grant them loan is hard. Bank don't want to even borrow them money. Because what if, the question is, what if? You know, so you look at things like this, why Ash is building this type of company. Today, Oliver sent me something. I was listening to Jack Ma talking about.
You know, when you're like with a group of friends and they've all taken some kind of drug that you did not take, and you show up to the party and like one of your buddies just comes up to you out of nowhere and like, hey man, I really fucking love you, man. You are the fucking bomb. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then your other friend is like, yeah, thanks for coming. And you're like, yeah, I want to go home. That's like every single corporate webinar. It's how I feel. I'm like, I want to go home.
Small businesses. You know, no, he explained when he started Alibaba, nobody liked to work for him because it was just tiny. They didn't trust him. Talking about the internet, building something, e-commerce. They said, just forget about it. Can never happen.
Hey, man, do you know what would be real cool? If we, like, build a robot, man, but it wasn't powered by AI. It was powered with our minds. Yeah, we should put a patent on that shit, man. And you're just like, oh yeah, you should put a patent on that. That's a great idea, buddy. You get down there to the city tomorrow and do that.
At that time, internet was not even popular. Same thing we are seeing with Mr. Ash Mufarah, where people don't believe. You know, people always live in disbelief. But when he is talking about helping small businesses, building powerful new applications designed to help every kind of small businesses.
Well, are they applications or are they products?
Doesn't matter. Why is it focusing on small businesses? Because these are the people who are struggling. You help small business, you help a community. Because
dude, we're gonna be so viral. It'll be massive, man. Yeah, I'm in it to win it. So tubular.
Imagine how many small businesses are out there. There are a lot. Large corporations are not many. The smaller business, private, you know, individual entrepreneurs, people want to.
I don't know why I turned into Bart Simpson at the end. We kept it going for a while. Really good there, though.
Entrepreneur. There is no money. They are afraid. You have your skills, but there is no way to even expand or to do something because you are just like you're thinking about the unknown. What if there is something out there that can give you the platform, a platform that will be a springboard for you to start something new? That's exactly what Mr. Ash Mufarah is doing, looking at all of those people in their face. Tell them that I'm coming for you. There is something out there. We can build something strong and powerful to help you to enhance your own business so you can start to live the dream that you want to live. That's exactly what, like Jeanne was saying this, my head was just spinning up and say, yes, these are the people who cannot even afford software solution. They cannot even have a platform to promote their business because look at business, the way it grows now. If people cannot have eyes on your business, you can have the best product. If there are no eyes on it, forget it. No market, forget it. What if there is someone who can give you that particular spot where everything you do or anything you do, people can still have eyes. Doesn't matter where you are living. You can be somewhere in Papua New Guinea, in Cameroon, or somewhere, even in United Kingdom, small town like Milton Keynes, and someone in China can see your business. These are all small businesses,
That's
those who are struggling, where Ash is building something strong and powerful to give you that booster. One, price point, affordability, because anything you want to do in small business, can we afford it? If you cannot afford it, it's difficult for you to even have that spot. Software solution is
we're in a small village like we've seen you guys prey on, in a place like PNG, where lots of people are sharing one computer and one internet connection for everybody. One person from that village signs up for OnPassive. Like, I'm talking, they actually went to areas where they do not have clean drinking water and internet access. What would they need O-Connect for? You know what I mean? But he's making it sound like those people will be able to expand businesses and all this great stuff. A lot of those businesses would be local businesses in the village. So they don't need the internet for that. They don't have the resources to expand those businesses and grow them to be like global for a franchise or something. Okay. But the thing is, they sign up everyone in the village, and then what? Well, then it's oversaturated and there's nobody else to sign up. So that whole egg dies. That whole egg dies in the MLM chart because it's no longer growing now. So that's not sustainable for a long-term business plan. That's been the issue here. You're like, oh, they'll be able to sign up people for their small business online from across the world. How are they then going to ship the products and stuff? It's like they really do think that this is they flip the switch and then everyone just gets $1 million into their bank account. It's ridiculous. It's like, then how are they going to become millionaires off of the other people in their village that are as well off as they are? They're not. So what are we doing? You know, like, don't do that to people. That's just going in somewhere, giving a bunch of people false hope, and then pulling the rug out from under them and leaving them with less than what they had when you showed up. That's not saving humanity. That's not even helping the village. You might as well have gone in there and pilgrimaged it. Just fucking set it all on fire. Like, why not? Lord. It's ridiculous. You could actually really fuck up an entire village with something like this. Right? Think of like the Queen of Canada, except it's OnPassive that shows up and takes over a village. But it's like, hey, but everyone in the village signs up and then that's it. It's over, you know? Sucks. They're so bored listening to each other. Look at them. Zero chemistry. It's getting hard to fake being excited about the exact same thing over and over again. It's a closed loop. They will only ever sell to each other. Exactly. And like in a small village, like the one we were talking about yesterday here in Canada, for example, that didn't even have 200 people in it. Okay? So you sign up most of the fucking village then, And then what? That's it. Like, you know, it's just, it's silly. Doesn't seem like any of this has been thought through at all. I know. Like, not even by Ash. The entire time. It's like, how are we doing this for 7 years? OnPassive would steal the water too. Yeah, why not? Probably do worse things. Don't bring Chris Johnson. So, like, it's just so frustrating because it's shitty to do to people. Don't do that to a little village. What the fuck did they do to you? They were just off living their lives. And then you showed up. Oh, like, give me your money. Sign up for this thing. Since 2018, 34 new nuclear power reactors have been completed and brought online in China. Wow. And Ash can't even turn on the O-Connect again.
Very expensive.
They can get Al to help them power it or something. I don't know.
Especially when you pay monthly, month after month, month after month. Sometimes it becomes a lot where some company cannot even cope. Even medium size, they pay millions. So if they can pay and nothing is coming in, they'll tell you, you know what, forget about it. We are done with this application. We cannot cope. If we continue with this application, everything will fall apart. Let's move to something fresh, new, and simple and cheaper. So Ash is coming with quality and affordability, you know, to help small startup businesses. And it is already there coming. That's where Ash is. And there are millions or billions of companies out there across the globe. Look at someone, imagine Africa. If
at this point, there's millions and millions of AI companies and tech companies across the globe. Damn it.
If I take, for instance, Africa, 1.4 billion people are young entrepreneurs. People who are leaving university every day, full of hopelessness. There is nothing. They can develop, they can do things, but there is nothing in front of them to start. What if what Ash is doing jump into their hands? You just give somebody golden opportunity, because that's virgin. What about Brazil? Yeah. Look at other countries. We're just calling, just hub, India, you know, the whole of Asia. Sometimes you look at all of those continents, those countries, and you look at the population. They need it. They need it because we are living in an internet. We live in a digital space now. Without technology, you cannot survive. So most of the companies make it too tight. You know, it's like it's like luxury now for you to have it. It's for the rich. But what if someone said, no, we want to go down for humanity. We need to put this down there. Put
for
something
humanity,
even for everybody. If you jump on it, you can build a business. Like Jeanne said, work from home. Someone can start a business on your own. You don't have to be like straight into the company, but they give you a platform where you can start a business for yourself that can take you to where you want to. That is amazing. It's crazy. So I will leave it there, Jeanne. It's just crazy.
Thanks, Collins. This is very true, because at the end of the day, if you look at...
There was ever a time that I believed that Andy was watching a game just now, it would have been this time right here. He seemed like jolted back to the stream. Oh, that was good. We almost need to watch that again.
Thanks, Collins. This is very true, because at the end of the day,
I almost made it.
Company, but they give you a platform where you can start a business for yourself that can take you to where you want to. That is amazing. It's crazy. So I will leave it there, Jeanne. It's just crazy.
Thanks.
It does look like there's like something in his glasses. I will say, it does look like that. See, like when he's looking over here, it does look like there's a screen in his glasses. I've been watching it too since he said that, and being like, huh. I think before I just kind of assumed it was the computer screen. I don't pay much attention to Andy, to tell you the truth. But today, I couldn't help but just kind of be like, why is he so mad looking? But then it was like, yeah, what is in the glasses? might be on to something. I've seen it in his glasses. I mean, it is there. I guess I assumed it was the monitor of the computer.
Jeanne, he's just crazy.
Thanks, Collins. This is very true, because at the end of the day, if you look at the economy as a whole, what is the bit that boosts the entire economy? It's not the big companies. It's the small companies. It's the little companies. It's the one-man bands, the guys that have got 3 or 4 people working with them. It's those that run the economy. And these are the ones we're trying to boost. And these are the ones we're trying to help. And when you can create something specifically for these guys that is affordable and value for money, this is where it's going to really start to help. So, Jeanne, I'm sure you've got some extras that you'd like to include.
Yes, I do, Andy. Thank you. Yeah, when Collins was talking about the small businesses, oh my gosh, it just got me so excited, because I think one of the things that Ash has always talked about is, like, empowering inventors, innovators, and that kind of thing. And I just started thinking about all those people, especially affected during COVID, but just in general, like Colin said, they have they're craftspeople, they're artists, artisans, cabinet makers, coffee shop owners, used bookstore owners. They're people that are following their passion, but they can't possibly survive because everything's so expensive. The overhead of any kind of storefront they have, rent, paying staff, all these kinds of things, that just keeps them from being able to follow their passion. And just imagine a world where all of the basic, the software, all of the stuff you have to do to manage a business is all taken care of, and easy and affordable, and quite possibly bringing in income on the side. You know what I mean? We don't know what that's going to look like, but just imagine that, so that people can go and make their jewelry and sell their wares, and even maybe give back and donate more than they ever would before, because they've got this side income coming in from the software and as an affiliate, that kind of thing. So it just makes me so excited, because the world is going to change, and you're going to bring joy back to it. People are going to be following what they love, not this job because they have to.
Why do I feel she's like begging us to be excited? Why did I feel like that last little bit there? Like, come on, guys, you just need to stay excited. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that a fly buzzing by would excite Jeanne. Like, oh my God, what is that? I love flies. That's my girl, Golden Corral, still on the table. Anytime, Jeanne. Mr. Level says he'll take you. If you ever need a meal because OnPassive isn't paying, you've always got this date from Mr. Level. Don't worry. Andy is gaming. I don't want this to be rude sounding, but it probably will be. I don't think that Andy has the brain capacity to game and stream. Watching TV off in the distance, like if there's a television on, that's one thing. Gaming and then having this going on, I feel like he just that would be too much for him, Jeanne, however, pays attention to every word and takes notes. She actually really does. I feel like she is that person that literally holds on to every single word that Ash says. Andy is on level 17,123 of Candy Crush. Don't say he's wasted 7 years of his life. He's just been doing that the whole time. He's been crazy successful at the Candy Crush. That's right. I'm telling you, he's watching his losing sports bets play out. He must be. Like, he looked pissed. He looked pissed the first time I paused it to inquire. I was like, I don't know what he's looking at, but whatever he's looking at, he does not appear to be too happy about it. But he just doesn't seem like a happy person. When you like meet someone and you're like, yeah, this person hates everything. And like Andy gives me those vibes a little bit. He always looks like he's pouting too.
Go and pay the bills, and they work, as Chris has said many times, you work until you're, in your late 60s, and then you're already sickly, and then you have five years to enjoy your life before it all goes, you know what I mean? Those days are over. They're over. People are going to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, why do that when you can spend your life just sitting around and waiting for OnPassive to launch instead? Duh.
Sit down and think, what do I love? What did I used to love before life got a hold of me? Before everything in my life got suppressed and held down and I became a slave of the system, right? What did I used to love? Was it playing guitar? Was it this? Was it that? And people can do those things now. And make money. I'm so excited for the world. I'm excited for us here, anybody watching, and it's just, we are part of making that happen. We're going to be people bringing joy to individuals, and just it's just going to be a wave of unexpected delight across the world as people's burdens are lifted, and then they can follow their joy. If that doesn't excite people, I don't know what to say, because that just lights me up in a big, big way. And thank you, Ash Mufareh, for being who you are and for creating what you do and for attracting all the people that are going to help you create it, including all of us. So anyway, that's what I wanted to add, Andy. Thanks.
Thanks, Jeanne. That's great.
Jeanne always acts like she doesn't know if she's allowed to speak or not. She'll be like, thank you for having me. That's all I wanted to say every time. Every time. Has she always done that? I don't know if she did. Maybe this thing is eating away at her confidence a little bit or something. Jeanne is evil. There's something about her. She's another one where, like, I feel like it's like fake niceness. I don't know. There's some people where people are like, oh, they're so sweet. And I'm like, yeah, just wait. Then like a few months goes by and then they'll be like, you were right. That person actually ended up being very awful. I'm like, yeah, sometimes the ones that like act really like soft spoken and sweet are doing it because everything else about them sucks. And they're hoping they can trick you with their niceness, Only Ash and the SEC have made money. It's true. It's true. So far, the SEC has gotten paid by Ash more than they have.
Collins, I'm sure you've got something else that you'd love to put into the mix.
Oh yeah. When you think about ONews11, it just always gets me excited because
although I don't think they keep the money. I believe that the money goes back to the people, you would think. I hope they also have some kind of like refund system for all that money when that's all done and over with. Maybe that money will just be gone and kept in an evidence vault in Dubai somewhere. That would be crazy. Just $50 million just locked away somewhere because Ash decided to scam with it. The payment processors, I don't know if they made money. Like, I know that Ash said that they sued them and they lost it. I don't know if that was, I don't know if he sued them for money. And I don't know if they actually would have made any money. If it did, it probably would have been a lot because the payment processors weren't going for that long. I'm still not 100% sure on what happened with that because it wasn't in the US either, so I couldn't find information. I wish we knew more about it.
There's a lot of information in ONews11 because I really touched about how the system, or we can say the application the company is building, will help everyone of all walks of life. It talks about education, personal development, financial well-being, all of those things, by changing complexity into simplicity. You look at the complexity of it.
I mean, probably did have to pay them something to start up the service with them. I'm assuming it would work like that, where you would have to pay for like a fee to use them. I just don't know if they would have made any money other than that. because it wasn't for very long either. I mean, everything was definitely done by the Christmas. So
you make it as simple as possible, and then also make it affordable for all. So once you change that system,
why would he now
make it as simple as possible, what will happen? A lot of people jump on it, and then affordability is the price.
Oh, for sure. Either way, though, everyone else has made something in this other than the O founders. Like, even the employees will probably get their pay in whatever litigation they got going on with Ash before these guys get any money, you know? So there's all that too. And I think that's part of the reason why Ash also wants to retire the OnPassive thing, is because of that going on. I mean, he pretty much said it. I don't think he was lying about that. You know, sometimes the things he says are true. It's just not usually the good things he says about himself. Or the company. Or these people, really.
That's the power, what Ash wants to put, to tell you that this is about humanity. It's nothing to do with money. It's more than a business. It's a movement. You know, Ash wants to move like tsunami. You know, to
it's a movement that is in a standstill.
Help as many people as possible. Those who are looking for something, you know, something to do. Can be education, can be your own personal development. You know, doesn't matter. There's something for everyone. When it comes to this company, there is something for everyone.
Is there?
You know, people will look at it and say, wow.
I don't know.
Why have we not really, you know, got this in our hands for a very long time? Why is it now that we have it?
You know, for not being an MLM company, Collins, you sure sound like an MLM company. There's something for everybody. That's very Amway of you.
You know, an application like this that can do ABC without hassle, you know, that can give us quick turnover. Because like Jeanne, we're just looking about small business. What about charity organization? Those who are struggling, there are people who are running charity organization, even what we've seen yet, sometimes they can't even cope. What if there is a system that can assist you to perform that particular task?
You know, if the payment processors did make money, like, I wonder if they could be in trouble or found out in the fraud too. The one in Dubai, nothing can happen with the SEC and that anymore, kind of thing, right? But like, if the Dubai police seized the money from the O Connect, I wonder if the payment processors are also in trouble with the Dubai police for all of that, you know? Because, like, technically, if it was money laundering, then that would have, like, they would have also been money laundering, right? Interesting. Interesting to think about. So I wonder if they'd also be in big trouble with all that, and if they are also having issues. Maybe that was the issue all along with the payment processors. Maybe that's why they kept not working. You know, maybe they kept getting in trouble, losing access. I don't know. I really don't know.
What is in your heart? You want to really reach out to people, and there's something there that can give you, can boost you, energize you. Solution that is affordable in your own hands, so you can do what you want to do. That is really amazing. And when Ash is looking, Ash is looking in the hearts of people, is looking at the situation out there and saying, how can I help? What can I do that will benefit everyone? You know, if
I mean, at the very least, they were facilitating it, right? Like, in some way. Because, I mean, if there was money laundering going on, then they were the wash. They were the laundry, you know? So you would think that they would probably also be in some trouble.
They decide to see.
I don't know how it works in Dubai. But I mean, if it was in the Americas, they would be. If it was in the US, I'm sure they would be in trouble. And here in my country, they would certainly be in trouble for that too. So it wouldn't shock me. You know, that might be it.
And jump into it. Like Jack Ma said, when you are an inventor, people always laugh at you, think like you are crazy. What are you talking about? This can never happen. You know, but if you see the way most of this IT company, their beginning wasn't easy. It was rough. Sometimes there was just nothing, no money left. But when they pick up, it's a different story. Sometimes we always direct people to go and look at startup business, IT company. The road is not easy, has never been easy for them. Sometimes you are in a point either to give up or continue. But when we look at Mr. Ashmofara, it's a vision. And he said, you know what? Even if this is the only thing, he said it, I will do, getting nothing in return. I'm happy to go down that road. To tell you, it was about humanity. His vision is to help as many people by providing them with what? With affordable application that can help them to enhance their lives and their business in any way, shape, or form. That is what Ash is doing. And that's what he wants to put in this world, to leave this world in a better place than he came into it. That's what he's doing. And that's why he's doing, because he's so passionate.
I just don't understand why you guys are always so confident that you know what he's doing. Because it's like, you know, I might have been confident at the start, thinking that he's doing all this stuff too, if I were one of you. But then surely after a few months, I'd be like, okay, like, is he doing anything? Like, what is going on? How come this isn't starting? Most certainly after 7 years, you know?
In this dream, he is so passionate.
But at this point, this man should know how to run a company to the point that if this thing has to close down, he has to start up a new one. 2 weeks, bing, bang, boom, and it's ready to go. Especially if he's always had these tech teams working on all these products behind the scenes the whole time, you know? It's like, obviously, he's not doing any of the things you think he's doing. At least it's obvious to everybody except for you guys. Because it's a cult. You never know that you're in a cult when you're in a cult. So it's always so great when people in cults are like, I'm not in a cult. But that's what people in a cult would say.
In IT, putting something out there that will wow everybody. You know, so Jeanne, I'll just leave it there for you to take it over. When I think about it, it's just like, this is really mad.
Thanks, Collins. So what would you like to add then, Jeanne?
Well, I just wanted to when Collins was speaking, it reminded me that in the vision in O News 11, when he's saying, you know, we're going to do this through education, personal development.
I'm starting to think that Ash is as blind as Chris. He has the same vision.
And financial well-being, not, you know, financial income, big numbers, blah, blah, blah. It's not about the money.
Yeah, not anymore. It was, though. And I mean, I would love it if hugs would save humanity, except it doesn't. But you kind of need the money for that part. You know?
It's about well-being, independence, freedom, you know, the ability to buy wholesome food for your family, to have rest. And it's the well-being that he is empowering us to create in our own lives. And I just think that's just everything that he is creating. And it's almost, you know, just I don't want to say reversal. It's just upsetting the apple cart of the way things have been, and changing the way that people look at what a business can do for people. It's providing that.
He hasn't changed the way. Lord, Jeanne, there's already a whole MLM industry. Okay, it's been in swing since 1959. Okay, they came out and they said all the same things. They said, hi, I'm Amway. Let's start up a fucking industry. That's going to be different than how all the other industries are. Okay, like Ash is not the one that invented this idea of let's pretend that we're all about making other people money, but instead we'll have them work for us for peanuts. We'll have them kissing our ass while they do it and praising us. And fucking they're going to get nothing out of it. It'll just be us that get stuff out of it. Everyone went, that's a great idea. Apparently. I don't know why. Obviously, the only people that got to weigh in were the people that were making the money. And then society was like, I don't mind working for $50 a year and marketing on my personal Facebook for a corporation that makes billions of dollars a year for pennies. That sounds like very fair labor to me. Because apparently the USA really like slave labor. They were like, well, we can't do it to other people anymore, so we'll just do it to all of our own citizens. But what we'll do is we'll call it multi-level marketing. They will beg us to let them work for us and make us money. Will they market it all for free for us? And even better, they'll bring us their friends and their families to do it too. Whoa! Capitalism and slavery, bitch! We've got them! And I don't know why, but society went, that's a great idea. I can't wait to make the billionaires even more money while I'm struggling. And I don't know why. I don't know what everybody's doing. All right. But, you know, I'm apparently neurotypical, so maybe I'm the problem.
Value that empowerment, that upliftment, and that well-being. You know, it's just different than what businesses normally do. And I'm proud to be a part of that. But yeah, I just love that financial well-being. It's just such a nice term. That's all I wanted to add.
Financial well-being. Now, what does that mean to people? Because that's a good point. Everyone has a different view about what financial well-being means to them. So, you know, someone that's earning $200 a month, financial well-being could be 4 times that, $1,000. For someone earning £1,000 a month, it could be 4,000. It gives you the opportunity to do something different than you're already doing right now. And the key to this is that once you...
Which is funny because not really, again. I mean, you'll be doing all the same things that you're doing right now, which is going from webinar to webinar to webinar. It's just on top of that, you'll also have to beg your friends and family to join and try to sell products to the public, all while making no money, just like you are now. So, you know?
You reach a point of being able to enjoy the things that you've wanted to.
Thank you, Jelly. Now, don't even get me started on the other cults and their labor. We'll do that tomorrow.
To enjoy, but didn't have the capability because of the cash flow. That now you've got the choice to be able to do exactly what Ash is suggesting, to help others achieve what they want to. You know, whether it be helping an orphanage or helping the veterans or, you know, bringing new technologies to market or wellness or whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that we may well have this capability sooner than you think. And again, that's an exciting prospect, guys. That really is. So it's a case of really keeping an eye on what's going on, understanding what's going on, and spending time looking, watching, listening, and planning. My favorite phrase, I'm sure.
Watching and listening all to each other.
Most of you guys will remember it. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. I won't add in the expletives, don't worry. But yes, at the end of the day, we've got time to plan, and that's ideal. So any final thoughts that you'd like to add there, Ben Collins?
Yeah, so the last phrase Ash ended up with, he said, we are moving forward with what? With clarity, with strength, and with purpose. That's the message for all of us, you know, those who are watching and those who will come back and rewatch. Ash is moving forward. What? We. He said we, all of us. Except some will say, oh, I don't really understand what it means. He said we are moving forward with clarity. Means we really do understand the vision of Mr. Ash Mufara, why he is doing what he is doing. You know, everything will become clear as we move forward. There will be nothing hidden from you, because at the end of the day, you need to understand where you are going, what he is doing. He wants to make sure everything is clear to us as possible. Clarity is Mr. Ash
Clear as
Mufara.
mud.
Strength means we are not looking back. We learn from past mistakes. And now we've bounced back with strength. And there is a purpose for it. The purpose is about humanity. So I will leave it there.
I can't wait for your next webinar entitled How to Log In.
Thanks, Collins. Any final things that you would like to add, Jeanne, or
Just to keep your eyes on the OES and watch for.
Why do they all have to speak 3 times? Like, earlier I thought that Jeanne had already spoken, and then she started speaking again. And I was putting away a couple groceries, and I was kind of like, didn't she already talk? What is going on? At least Collins looks happy when he's hallucinating. Right? I guess there's that.
Information about the next live global update happening sometime this month. Just be excited. We're going to get more news, and that's the place you're going to find out about it. So just keep watching. You don't need to send messages to everybody on Facebook Messenger. You know, when's this, when's that? Just go to your back office. It's all there. It's all there, and it's beautiful. So thanks so much, Andy and Collins. It's been a great chat today.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining us. Please do like and share, and please do subscribe to the channels. It really does help us to spread the word, as more people will hopefully, get to look at these things and get to understand a little bit more about what's going on. So thank you, guys, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
I hope not. Lord, I don't know if I can sit through another one of these next week, guys. I don't know about that. That was a lot for my brain. It really was. And before we wrap this up, I just have some things that I would like to go over. Yes, I do. So, I don't even know if we can call this a multi-level marketing company anymore. A pyramid scheme, maybe. Definitely a cult, though. Definitely a cult. And I'm going to show you some more things that make me believe that the members are getting a little bit more culty. For example, this post by Dylan. To fulfill the dreams of life, we need a right guide who possesses all the qualities of humanity. Therefore, I am grateful to the Creator for sending us a holy man like Mr. Ash Mufara in our lives. Today, Mr. Ash Mufara's humanitarian visionary thoughts. Which, Lord, that's a lot, isn't it? Humanitarian visionary thoughts. I tell you, sounds like something I would have heard when I was working in mental health. Client would have told me all about his humanitarian visionary thoughts. Are going to be manifested for the welfare of people all over the world. With true respect and gratitude. I want to work for the welfare of people by Mr. Ash Mufara Sir's ideals until the last day of my life. He wants to work till the last day of his life for OnPassive, for free. Forever grateful to Mr. Ash Mufara Sir for giving me a place on his platform. Which is weird because he's writing this on Facebook. So like I said earlier, is he aware that Facebook is not Ash Mufara's platform? Like, are we... Hello, sir. This is Zuckerberg's platform. It's not Ash's platform if you're on Facebook, sweetheart. Wrong platform. That's not the OES. So that was a little bit worrisome. I was kind of like, oh my. Just one meme, please, to cheer us up. Don't worry. Hello, Amy. Just came in. What are we looking at today? More OnPassive scam, culty stuff. Trash can move farter. That's right. There's a meme for you, Violet. September, new chapter, expectations. 2025. And as you can see, he's drinking the blood of Ash. Because I couldn't help but think that. Maybe it's my Catholic upbringing. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they put Ash's face on the glass. But those are not incel tears. I won't play the cum song again. I'm sorry. But there you have it, So may Ash be with you and also with you. The blood of Ash is fizzy? I mean, yes. His heart is made of AI. What do you expect it to look like? It's obviously going to look like soap then. I mean, something's happening. There's definitely a lot of things that are short-circuiting there. I can guarantee you that. The blood of Ash. Unfortunately, like I was talking about, and Zach came in to let us know, Marty is in the critical care unit, and the DeGarmo family lost a very close family member. So your prayers are really needed. And that's from Robin. So if you ever want to know what is going on with Marty, and I am not streaming, and maybe I haven't said anything or a day or two, and you're like, wow, Marty, what's going on with him? You can always go and check Robin, because she will let you know if Marty burps or farts even, I'm sure. She is giving constant updates. We are wishing Marty the best. I don't understand why founders need Ash's permission to be charitable. Can't they do that themselves? I know. Like, what are we waiting for? The best movements don't have a lot of money, believe it or not. Then we have this post. As you can see, there's this lovely woman sleeping. And Holly here says, do you appreciate Ash enough? Something to ponder on, guys. Do you appreciate Ash Mufara, CEO of OnPassive, enough? I can go to bed every night knowing Ash is working for my future. I can get up every morning knowing the same. He won't stop until my future is secure. Imagine believing that about Ash. Someone commented under this and said, absolutely true. Ash's dedication and tireless efforts are truly a blessing for us. We can stay assured because he is always working to secure our future. Prayers, Rocket? And I couldn't help but be like, I really hope this guy's a bot. Because of the use of the emojis, I was just kind of like, is he a bot? I don't know. I can't tell if he's a bot or just a Hun bot, really. They all use emojis. So I don't know. Either way, though, that is the belief here. This one made me a little confused. And it says, my analysis shows the deep trust and confidence in Ash. And I'm like, what analysis have you done? Where is this analysis? Where can I read about this? What are you talking about? But anyway, his analysis shows the deep trust and confidence in Ash. And it is truly commendable. Ash is a very important and trusted person for us, who wishes us all well and is working tirelessly to secure our future. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get your kids Christmas gifts this year. And little Jimmy's been waiting 7 years to go off to college. But as long as Ash is wishing you well and working tirelessly, right? Ash is a loyal person. Marty wouldn't agree. It is truly a blessing to have such a friend. This trust and gratitude of ours undoubtedly makes Ash's hard work more meaningful. Best wishes to Ash. And then they share this picture And I couldn't help but be like, wait, were you analyzing this picture when you came up with this? This is the picture? That you got all that from this picture. You looked at this picture and you thought in your head, deep trust and confidence? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can't trust any of their analysis or data over here. That's all I have to say about that. So that just some things to think about. That's how people are kind of acting right now. The members. They're hunkering down on the Ash Mufara is so great, Sir Lord of the Internet, be loyal, praise him. It's starting to feel a lot like Korea. Just it's not a great time. Soon they'll be told to put a picture of Ash on a mantle, and every night at 7 p.m. to go and kneel in front of it and do a little bow and say, thank you, Mr. Ash Mufara, for giving us the internet and for giving us AI with heart. I will be in it to win it forever. And then we'll all be freaking out. It will be a great time. So exciting. So exciting. There's no such thing as a free Ash. It's true. It's true. I love the neck pictures the best. Yes, they're good. Yeah, if you get a picture of him to put on the mantle, use one of those ones. Not the one of him in the plaid shirt, okay? We've seen that one way too many times. The man needs to go get some more pictures taken. It's kind of weird to me that he doesn't. Maybe it's because, part of him is if I take more pictures, then they'll all know I'm a narcissist. I don't know. But you would think that by now the man would have had at least a headshot done that people could share around or something where he looks half decent. I'm just saying. And it would be well, we said one. Just saying. Just saying. Especially if you're the face of a company. Maybe you should show yours more. So, like I said, this weekend, I think I'm going to try to do a stream tomorrow because there are some things that I really, really do want to talk about. Get up as content. Working on lots of great things coming. So make sure you subscribe if you have not. And I hope that all of you have an amazing rest of your Friday. That's all I've got today. We've hung out here for a while, though. So, I think it was a good little Friday, I'm trying to figure out how we can continue our Friday celebrations. And it's because, it started feeling like a meme review and then this and then that. And I was switching it up every once in a while, but, you can only switch it up so much. So we're going to play around with it for a little bit and see what happens on Fridays. I might just pop in with an extra few segments. I'm thinking in a couple Fridays, I might have another hangout where I invite you guys up and we can talk about OnPassive and I can invite audience members up if everyone can be respectful. And that way, if anyone has things that they want to say about this company, they can get it off their chest sort of deal. I don't know. Just kind of thinking of things to do to spice it up, I guess you could say, so that, you guys don't get sick of me in our relationship. So have an awesome weekend. I'll let you guys know if I do put up a stream. It will be shared on the community tab. Stay tuned to the community posts tab because I do post on there a lot and I post some good stuff. And I've been posting up on Dehek as well, so go and check out that. I should probably just start adding that to socials too. And yeah, I will see you guys when I see you, either over the weekend or for sure on Monday. Have a fabulous, amazing weekend, everyone. I love all of your faces. And yeah, like always, we're in it to win it. Hello? Why aren't you working? Oh my goodness, it's not working for me. Why are you not working for me in it to win it? Oh, StreamYard. Oh, StreamYard. We're in it to win it!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
How's it going, guys?
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elsh, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was Screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the questions about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want.
Yeah.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy Man talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elsh, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufara.
Trouble never die!
Let's go to Guyana.